We're live. Hello, everyone. My name is Blake Bussey. I am the social media and digital manager with WUFSA. And today I have an awesome guest with me from Deliflor. Can you introduce yourself for our viewers?
Of course, Blake. First, I want to say thank you for having me
Yeah.
in Deliflor here. My name is Juan Lecuona, but everybody call me JD.
JD. Hello, JD. And so, can you tell me what you do for Deliflor and a little bit about Deliflor?
Yeah, of course. Deliflor is the largest chrysanthemum breeder in the world. We issue licenses for these bud chrysanthemums, spray chrysanthemums like cushions, daisies, novelties, santinis. The commercial director, and I started as a and market manager about 11 years ago. And my job was to promote our varieties to the farms and help the farm develop the variety in order to get the variety as good as they saw it when they show interest for it.
Yeah.
But some years later, my position evolved because we realized that we should be promoting the varieties to the customer of our customers. At the
Yeah.
same time, we're promoting them to our customers so both parties know what's available. We
Yep.
think this open a lot of choices for the final customer because the big floral buyers can be aware of everything that we're developing, not only choose from what they are being offered. So now that they know what we have, they can ask the farms to evaluate whatever we have shown them that they like.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And so you guys, obviously, I think you're one of like the biggest chrysanthemum breeders. I mean, what
For
what is it?
chrysanthemums, yeah, the biggest.
What kind of got you into working with Deliflor and in this position? What got you to this point? Why
Well, it
flowers?
was what flowers? That's I don't know. I think life take you to the path that you're supposed to
Yeah.
walk. It's a funny story. I used to own a valet parking, and
Yeah.
I was valeting for a restaurant that was in front of this big company of flowers. When I got back to Colombia, because this was in San Jose, in California. When I got back to Colombia, my mother had sent my curriculum vitae to this farm, but they didn't say what name was it. So I started, and it was three people. They had to decide who to hire. The only thing I knew about flowers was buying them from my girlfriend.
Sure.
But when I saw the list of the pool of the customers non-developed in that company, I saw that name, the company that was in front of the restaurant that I was working for, and I called the guy because we used to smoke outside. When I smoke, I don't anymore.
Yeah.
And and I called him, and hey, I only knew him by first name basis.
Yeah.
And I asked him, hey, Jerry, what's your last name? And he gave me the last name of the company. So he was the owner, CEO, and he gave us our business. And that's how I started in the flower business. Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that's
crazy. And
incredible.
Deliflor is like luck because after that I worked in a farm. It wasn't that big, but they had really old varieties, and I went to the best. I mean, the one that was increasing more, which was Deliflor, and they said, "Why don't you quit and help us here?"
Yeah.
And that was 11 years ago.
Wow, that's incredible. What a story. What a
I know,
story.
it's
That's
fun, yeah.
incredible. So I
And
guess like what is it that I guess I know there's probably a newfound appreciation for your work and for flowers, I would say, because again, like nobody really thinks about the process that the industry goes through to get flowers to your girlfriend. So
yeah,
I guess like where did you find a new appreciation for flowers? Like
yeah, well, definitely. I mean, it's starting well, like 11 years ago when that was Deliflor, but like 16 years ago when I started in this industry.
yeah,
We here in Colombia, we don't really know what we produce. I mean, we have no idea the amazing flowers that we grow, because most of them go to other markets like United States and Europe.
yep,
But this changed because of the pandemic, because people start wanting to have more flowers on their homes,
yes,
and the growers in Colombia start diversifying, and most of them are selling locally. So we we're very lucky that our people now they can see the flowers that we grow. It happens just like 20 years ago with coffee. Everybody knows that we have one of the best coffees in the world,
Yeah.
but we got to taste it like 20 years ago because everybody went to the United States. I mean,
Yeah.
every single pound of coffee went to another markets too,
Yeah.
until they started selling it here. It started with the Juan Valdez thing, and now we can enjoy a perfect coffee from the hills of Colombia, the ones that
Absolutely.
you're tasting there.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's
Yeah.
incredible. And so, Deliflor is, obviously a member of WUFSA, and Ricardo Jaramillo, he had, you call him Ricky.
Yeah.
He had challenged you to come on here with me, which I super appreciate. And so, have you been involved with, WUFSA? Like, have you been to the
Well,
conference?
yeah, yeah. I mean, we've been attending to the FDC for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, the only one that we didn't go for was the one that didn't have because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Uh, and we've seen the conference evolution. And
Yeah.
just give me 1 second, something happened.
Yeah.
And we've seen the beautiful thing that WUFSA is doing. And what I was telling you is the evolution, and I think it's better than ever because now you see who want you to see there. So I
Yeah.
think it became more professional. I have also attended most of the webinars that WUFSA has offered,
Yeah.
which, by the way, during this pandemic, WUFSA and the Earth Floral Association did a great job not leaving us alone
Yeah.
and always being there, giving support to all the actors on the industry. So it's I really appreciate what everybody's doing in the industry, like keeping us all together and working for the same industry.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's one big thing that I really enjoy about working for an association is that, we are, a cumulative community basically. Like
Yeah.
we come from so many different parts of the floral industry. We have importers, growers, we have wholesalers, we have, so many different elements that make us a great association.
Yep.
And so really making sure that our relationships are one and that business is still getting done is great to be a part of such a profound association that provides that. So I'm glad that you guys are a part of our association. It's fantastic.
Oh, no, it's our honor.
And so did you attend FDC last year?
I did. Yeah, we have a
How was
booth
that
there.
for you?
It was very good. That is what I'm telling you. It's not like about the amount of people because
Yeah.
it's a little less than before the pandemic. But
Yes.
now a lot of people were just watching and trying to get the pen, the little notebook, like the the uh, the goodie bag. But
The swag. The swag.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, but now it's neat. I mean, people goes there. Okay, I have to go to this, and every conversation you have there is professional. It's something they need that we can provide, or something we need that the people walking around can provide. So it was really enriching for us last year. I was talking to my colleague about that, and even though it's not a lot of people because they only let people that have a booth going around, it's been the most satisfying, and we is the one that we can get more out of what we wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah. I love hearing that professional aspect because we definitely wanted to lock into that this past couple of years. So it's really great to hear that coming from you. And so I don't know if you heard, but we sold out of booths this
I
year.
saw on the Instagram page, I saw
Uh,
that you did it with a little post-its,
yeah,
and it's all filled up. I love it. I love it, and I love the booth number that we got because we were surrounded
yes,
by the people that we love and that we can have businesses with.
absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to see you. I'm really excited.
It's 108, so everybody
Oh,
that's
yeah,
watching this
yeah.
can go see us.
That's awesome. Well, I can't. I really look forward to meeting you in person. And one thing that's happening at FDC is that we're going to be having a flower movement display. So this display is going to be right in the middle of the foyer, so everybody can see it. And you're going to be able to take your flowers, whatever uh, I guess product or inventory you have at your booth, and you can put your flowers on this giant display. So we're gonna make our own flower family display.
Wow.
It's gonna look really cool. Really, it's huge. Um, and so I'm really looking forward to showing you this display and what we kind of want to say in our messaging, that we want to build like a floral community. We want to make something together. So that
Good.
was really the goal behind the display, is that obviously we want to promote this campaign, but we also want to say, like, we have competitors, we obviously, have similar, product, that happens. But at the end of the day, like, we want to support each other within this community. We want to, we all want the same thing. We want the
Yeah, of course.
success
No, I
of,
love that initiative because from my good friend Eric Fernandez, he's doing something with the genetic promotion,
yeah,
and I love that. I mean, they did it with the avocado. They did it with I mean, the Floral Council of All, and did it with the hashtag buy flowers, not toilet paper,
yeah,
and that worked. So we have to do the same, and we have to work for the industry. And
absolutely.
if we work from the industry, everybody's gonna get margin.
That's right. Absolutely. And so, obviously, I brought you on here to talk about the flower movement, but also to talk about what Deliflor is doing in their local communities. Well, first, can you let everybody know where you are?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now I'm in Medellin, but the company is in Rio Negro. It's like 45 minutes from here, and the biggest city close to Rio Negro is Medellin. So that's where we are right now. But because I got a newborn baby, he's 3 months today,
Oh my
so
God.
we had to take it to the doctor
Yes.
for something. So I'm working from home today.
Oh no, that's awesome. I'm gonna say, you're to grab that baby, put it on the live. I'm ready to see a baby. Well, congratulations.
Well, he's eating lunch, but after we're done, I think he will be done too.
Yes, I would love to see. What's his name? His or her? What?
Clemente, he's a
Clemente.
boy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love that. Well, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you, Blake.
Yeah. And
And on your
so,
second question about the social, I mean, to use flowers to spread love, happiness, and positivity.
yeah, yeah.
Well, we've done a lot this year. Starting with that, we got a new farm, but I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
Uh, but on the first item of the question, we have always donated flowers to local social events, restaurants, churches, schools, etc. But when the pandemic started, there was panic within the industry because no one knew what was going to happen. So because there was bigger uncertainty and we were not able to promote our flowers, we decided to promote like caring. So we gave away about 500 arrangements and more than 1,000 bouquets to influencers and people on the street. So they were able to appreciate the beautiful flowers that our farms produce because of what I told you before, that they don't really know the flowers grown in Colombia because they
Yeah.
end up in another countries. And one of the social causes or initiatives that we're undertaking, it's that we're thinking about sustainability because even
Mm,
though we are emerging markets, we need to do something for, I mean, for our planet. So
absolutely.
Deliflor Latin America is sustainable by conviction, and for this reason, we promote the growth of the floricultural sector, framing sustainability, where the generation of economic resources is in accordance with the environmental respect. And also in September last year, we were the first and only company on the floriculture industry in South America to achieve eye contact carbon neutral certification. Carbon neutral is a certification that guarantees that in all processes and activities in which greenhouse gases are generated, opportunities for improvement are identified that lead the company to control, reduce, and compensate for them.
That's amazing. Wow. And so, can you tell me more about the sustainability with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chrysanthemums? Yeah.
of course. Like since June 2021, we have offset our corporate carbon footprint by purchasing carbon credits for removal of more than 99 tons of CO2 to me,
CO2.
like, yeah, dioxide, carbon dioxide, and the Central Cordillera Forestry Project. It's made up of 39 small producers of rubber crops, cypress, pine. This is located in the municipalities of Samaná, Victoria, Manzanares, Marquetalia, and Norcasia. That's in the department of Caldas, and also in Villahermosa and Fresno in the department of Tolima. That's like 8 hours away from here, but this
Okay.
certification is voluntary project, not a legal requirement. And in addition, in January of 2 years ago, we are a part of our ban CODOs that we voluntarily make a financial contribution to projects aimed to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions through a sponsorship, a farming family in the Sun Mountain, like 2 hours away from from Rio Negro, which help to conserve the strategic ecosystem. We have on the farm, we have replaced conventional nets with biodegradable low-density polyethylene nets. We replace conventional slips with slips made with craft paper and low density. And all the water we consume on our production processes in Deliflor come from a reservoir, which is
Oh.
only rainwater. We have replaced all light bulbs with LED lights in order to reduce energy consumption. We refit our coolers to different gas that doesn't make an impact on the ozone layer.
Mm.
We on one of those of our greatest milestone is that we are very proud that we obtained the certification for plant propagation material by Global GAP. Global GAP stands for Good Agronomical Practices, and the voluntary add-on of Global GAP GRASP, which is Risk Assessment on Social Practice, which evaluate companies' social practice as related to the health, safety, and well-being of the workers. So that the Global GAP standard guarantees the safety and traceability of our processes, uh, environmental responsibility, including biodiversity, the health, safety, and well-being of workers, animal welfare, integrated critical control points. We did that audit by SMETA because we're members of SEDEX, and they are like the SEDEX affiliate of ethical trading audit. It's one of the most widely used ethics audit formats in the world. But what I was going to tell you, sorry, I'm talking too much, but that we're moving to a bigger farm where we're going to have 50% increase on our on propagation areas,
Okay.
selection areas, phase life. And last year during the chrysanthemum week, many growers point that once we release a new variety to the market, it takes too long to get the cuttings needed fast enough. So this increase will give us more, more volume for the growers' sake. We're
Okay.
moving and we're moving all these great practices that I told you before to a new farm where we want to keep having agronomical precision and consistency through our automatic irrigation system on the greenhouse, which we already have because we have this meteorological station that, with the help of sensors, we know how wet is the soil, the relative humidity, so we know in real time how much water and other products we are needed. And yeah, I think I extended too much.
What? It's just JD. You should see my notes right now because I'm trying to follow along the best I can. I'm pretty sure a lot of those departments you mentioned, I have no idea what those departments are. But I got the overall because I don't speak Spanish, so I apologize.
Yeah.
But I got the overall, you know, I guess, like process that you guys have been going through when it comes to your sustainability initiatives. And that's just overall like so much that you guys are doing. It to really produce like a nice sustainable environment when doing
Yeah.
business. So
I think it's a little effort that you have to put there in order to get the best practices, and the revenue is going to be greater,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
social and monetary.
Social and monetary. That is absolutely correct.
I can send you a brief about what all that I just said.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you? That'd be
definitely. Yeah,
great.
no problem.
And then I can honestly share that, because we have a website now for the flower movement, and what you guys are doing, it's a different take on really helping, spread joy and love with flowers, because again, like people don't understand, people always don't get the process of how everything kind of comes to be, and how dangerous essentially things can be when you don't take sustainability into
Yeah,
consideration. So it's one way of helping you're helping everybody, because you're helping the environment, like we all breathe the
exactly.
same air.
Yeah,
So
and being in South America, we're not so enforced to do it, but coming from this company from Holland, that they really put effort on that. We think, I mean, we have to think as we are one. I mean, a big economy. Not because we're in South America we can act like we're not.
yeah,
So
no, absolutely. And so you're not headquartered in Holland, are you? Or
our base is in Holland. I mean, they do all the breeding, and we do selections here because not everything that works in Holland works in South America. So we have to test a lot of varieties. So they can have 200 varieties that don't work here, and we can have 200 that don't work there. And yeah, the different it is very different to grow one flower there and here. They change a
wow,
lot. Yeah.
very interesting. Well, I mean that was that's an incredible social initiative you guys are undertaking. That's a lot. Is there anything else that you wanted to make mention of that Delaflor is doing?
Well, I think I cover everything. I
Yeah.
just to let you know that next year we're gonna be in the new farm. The new facilities is gonna be beautiful. We even gonna have like a little we work free of charge for anybody in the industry who wants to work there. It's a beautiful house. It's a beautiful land. All the landscapes is really nice. You're gonna get to see it.
What? Wait, it's free of charge?
It's free of charge that we work. I mean, you can go there. I mean, when people goes from come from other countries, they have to work at their hotel or something like that, but they're not really in the middle of it. If you are here and you want to take advantage of our we work, it's I mean, it's beautiful. You have a beautiful view, and well, actually you're not even gonna be able to work because there's so much to do, but
I was
it's
about to
gonna be
say,
good.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Well,
I'll send you pictures.
yeah, I would love pictures. Yes. The pictures, the links, all of it.
Yeah,
Send it to me. Um,
definitely.
so can you give any advice? Like obviously, it's hard for people to provide you know, uh, I guess it's hard for people to provide things to their communities because they're so, everyone's enwrapped with whatever they're doing. It's hard to get out to actually help others or have sustainability acts or whatever it may be. What would be your advice to tell people to, hey, this is something you can go out and do, and you don't have to shovel out a bunch of money for it. It can be an easy thing, to just go out and help your communities by doing XYZ. Like, what advice would you give to our other wholesale florists, our suppliers, growers?
Well, I would say that, well, actually, I'm not going to talk about sustainability anymore, but I think an advice I would say that they have to wear the grower's shoes. What I mean is that the grower works so hard in order to get your flowers with the best quality at the right time, fighting against this huge increase in cost of land, fertilizer, more than 10% increase on labor salaries.
Yeah.
This has to be a collaborative industry where everybody has to make a good margin, because when anybody asks for a price reduction, this makes a huge impact on the whole change. And the small farmers not always have the negotiation capacity. And sometimes this leads them to go out of business, which will end up on a shortage of products, which will end up on price increase because of the low offer. So this would be my advice. Like, yeah, you have to know that there are people here growing varieties for you, and everybody has to get a margin. So, like, again, collaborate to the industry.
Collaborate with the industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. That's amazing. That's awesome advice. Thank you, JD.
Yeah, no problem, Blake. Thank you.
Yeah. Any last words before we sign off? This has been an incredible conversation. It's a really different take on how we can push out this campaign, because obviously we want to spread positivity and the love of flowers to local communities, nationwide, worldwide, whatever it may be. But there are other ways that we can touch on helping our communities and helping this industry really be successful. So I really appreciate your take and Deliflor's efforts on how they're pursuing the flower movement. So I love that. But any last words before we sign off?
Well, I just want to say that I'm really honored that not that Ricky picked me because he did it on a dare, but but I mean, for you having me in
Yeah.
this conversation and let me tell everything that we're doing in Deliflor to improve this industry and to collaborate again.
Yes.
And I think that's what I wanted to say to end up this, because this really works. As I told you before, everybody. I mean, the pandemic was a, I don't want to say this word, but it was bad.
Yeah.
But I think it put us together on the same boat, and think people are understanding that. Like before, it didn't feel like we were like a family. Like now with all these challenges, it does feel like a family. The whole industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, that's really what we're trying to. That is what we're trying to pursue. We're trying to, make sure that everyone is aware of what what we're doing in the community, what our members are doing, and how they can also do more to really produce, to really engage, to really push out the fact that flowers do more than just like put a smile on your face. They do so much more than that. So. Thank you again for joining today. I can call you JD now, right? I can be like
Of
JD.
course,
I'll be like,
everybody can call me that.
yes. Okay, that's awesome. Well, I'm really excited to meet you March 7th through the 9th at FBC. I do want to say to our viewers, if you want to learn more about the flower movement, you can go to www.flowermovement.org. We are actually going to be having a One Flower Movement wall on the website. So I've been getting a lot of content from our member companies, and I'm going to put all the pictures, all of the captions, I'm going to put it all on this wall so that everyone knows like what our members are doing in the industry, to help bring out positivity with their flowers. And then you'll also be able to submit more content to me. We'll have a form so that way you can upload all of your images. You can tell us, in description what you're doing. And JD, please provide me everything. I mean, I have a bunch of notes, but I probably won't make sense of them once. I mean, you should look at my paper.
Okay.
This is you. So
No, yeah. I'll send you everything I have.
so I definitely want to understand as best as I can, because I'm still learning about everything in the industry, and others can take something from you as well. Take something from you and take something from what Deliflor is doing. So again, great job. I appreciate you.
No, thank you, Blake. Thank you for having me, and I'm available whenever.
Awesome. Well,
Oh,
bye
wait.
everybody. Oh, what?
No, just wait. Weren't I supposed to challenge someone?
No, I'm not going to have you challenge somebody. I'm going to have you challenge somebody after FDC.
Okay, perfect.
So, actually, my next live, you're my last live before
Okay.
FDC. And then
Last.
I'll be doing an on-site live with
Okay.
someone from Florist Review. Her name is Jules. So I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna keep the ball rolling and continuously speak to
Okay.
people. But you can
Great.
email me your challenge if you have one.
Okay, I do. I do, and he's gonna be on the in the FDC. So
Oh, you gonna be there too? Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
I think he's in the board.
Oh, he's on the
So
board. What's his name?
yeah, Stephen Kennicott.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Steven. And I actually might reach out to him live there so I can do another on-site live. That'd be awesome. But thank you again for joining me today. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
All right. See you then.
See you then. Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
bye bye.